Alright, I gotta keep it a buck. Your life is not gonna get any better until you stop being so lazy. And look, I'm not judging you because I was the laziest person I knew. I was so lazy. I would not even get out of my room to take a shower. I would just sit and play my video games because I had a TV in my room at the time. I would just play my video games, stink up the room, and it would take it to my mom literally telling me, you need to shower for me to actually shower. I was so lazy that I would cook ramen. Like, I would put it in the microwave, warm it up, and then eat the ramen. And then I wouldn't even put the ramen up, like, to eat for later. I would just leave it on the counter and then eat it cold whenever I felt like getting something else to eat. Like, I know what it's like to be so lazy. You just don't do anything. Like, literally, you don't do anything but easy things. And even though I was doing that and I was in that phase, I always had like in the back of my mind that I want to do something more. I had that voice telling me you could be doing better. I knew I was wasting my potential, and yes, I felt depressed and miserable because of it, but I was too lazy to get out, or so I thought. I was too lazy. So if any of that sounds familiar to you, you are in good luck, because I found a solution to beating your laziness. I found a solution to help you stop ruining your future out of laziness, and it's not hard. It just comes down to understanding 2 key points, okay? And we're gonna be diving into those two key points in this video. But before we get into that, who am I? My name is Faith, and my goal is to help entrepreneurs, creators, and high achievers reach their goals by teaching you how to take action, stay consistent, and make your goals happen. And if you got this far in the video, you might as well click that subscribe button, because I do make videos every single day on topics like this, because my goal is to help you take action, stay consistent, and make your goals happen. Alright? So, what are these 2 big concepts that will change your life? First, you have to understand the law of least resistance, and then we're going to get into the second thing. So, what does this mean? The law of least resistance basically means when giving a choice, we're naturally going to be pulled towards the easiest route. For example, if you were laying in bed and you were thinking, should I get on my phone or work out? So you have 2 choices: get on your phone or work out. Well, we are naturally going to be gravitated towards the easier choice, getting on the phone. Now let's say you're faced with another choice. Should you study or go hang out with your friends? Well, studying is hard work, you don't feel like doing it, but hang out with friends? Well, when you have that choice, you're going to pick hanging out with friends because that's the easier choice. Even think about when you wake up in the morning and you don't want to get out of bed. You have a choice. Should I get up or should I hit snooze? Most of the time we hit snooze because it's easier to hit snooze. So the law of least resistance makes us so lazy, and it's for good reason, because back when we were in caveman times, being lazy actually conserving our energy, really, because it wasn't being seen as lazy. It was you don't want to use up too much energy, because if you do and something happens, you're dead meat. So it's better to not do much. That helped them survive. But we're in a new day and age where our survival isn't really that. Like, we're not gonna die by some saber-toothed tiger. You feel me? It's like our brains haven't evolved to understand that we are in a much safer environment, and that it's okay to use up energy. It's still wanting us to conserve energy, but that's a deeper, like, I'm not going to dive too deep into that. I want to get the point. I just want you to understand that by law, we are naturally going to be pulled towards the easier choice. And note how I said we are naturally pulled. I didn't say we are obligated, we have to pick it. I'm just saying that we are naturally, when given a choice, we're naturally going to be pulled towards the easier choice. So what this means is, if we want to beat the law of least resistance, if you want to stop being lazy and stop picking the easier choices over what you want to get done, you have got to take away the choice. That's it. Because once you take away the choice, then it's no, okay, should I get on my phone or should I do this work? It's do the work, not get on the phone or do the work. It's do the work. So it'll be easier for you to actually do the work. Take a second and think about that thing that you've been wanting to do, but you've just been so lazy, you haven't gotten around to it. Comment below what that is. I want to know what it is. I want to know where you're at. Alright, so now that we understand the law of least resistance, and we know that if we want to beat our laziness, we gotta take away the choice of easy option, only have the option to do one thing. That brings us to the second point. Action plans. Action plans take away the choice. They tell you exactly what you're gonna do, when you're gonna do it, how long you're gonna do it, and where you're gonna do it. And when you have those 4 questions answered, now it's not, should I do this or do that? It's, when this happens, when this time comes, I'm gonna do this for this much amount of time here. You feel me? So now it's not, Oh, should I go to the gym? It's at 12 p.m. I'm gonna go to the gym for an hour. Boom, right? So, going back to what you've been thinking about doing, but you've been too lazy to do it. Write down these questions and answer them. Write down the first question, and this is your action plan. And notice this is very simple. I'm not trying to be it ain't gonna be complex. Because so many people, they have these complex plans. Complexity is it's too much. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. This will change the game for you, okay? So have your action plan and answer these 4 questions. What are you going to do? Obviously, we just figured that out. I asked you to comment down the thing you've been lazy, you want to do, but you've been too lazy to get around to. That's what you want to do. So write that down. What do you want to do? When are you going to do it? This is the time. You can put a time or an event base. So you could say, I'll do it at 12 p.m. Or you could say, I'll do it after I eat, or after I go for a walk, or after I take a shower, So you can have a time based or an event based. Next is, how long will you do it? And why I say how long is because when you have a deadline, or at least when you have an end goal, it's a lot easier for you to feel that urgency, or just feel a little bit of motivation to actually get started, because it's not going to be forever. See, if I say I just want to read, it's like, okay, well, how long am I going to read for? I got to read like an hour or so. But if I say I'm going to read in my bedroom for 20 minutes, well, now I have a deadline. I have an end goal where it's like, okay, I'm not going to be reading all the whole day. Just 20 minutes. I can go ahead and knock that out. So it's really important that you write down how long you're going to do something. And now, even more, you can set a timer. You can have that timer set up. So while you're doing the activity, you can look at the time and see it's getting closer and closer to 0. So now you're getting closer towards the end. So that'll kind of keep you motivated to stay doing that new thing. Alright? So, how long we do it and where you do it. And I always say where, because it gets it in your mind. Because when you can see where you're doing it, and you can see yourself doing it in that area, it makes it a lot easier for you to actually do it. Because the first step, the first win really, is seeing yourself doing it in your mind. And asking yourself where you do it helps you see yourself doing it in your mind, because now you have a space where you're doing it at. Alright? So that was very simple, right? That was very simple. If you want to beat laziness, just take away your choice to be lazy. And you can do that by making action plans, alright? So this is a very simple video because it's really that simple. And I honestly believe, I feel like if I would have seen a video like this years ago, I would not have taken this advice. Because you really feel like things have to be so complex to get around our laziness and our procrastination and our the things that hold us back. But in reality, if you want to fix a problem, whatever it is, the solution does not have to be as hard as the problem. It can be so simple, and this is very simple, but it is so effective. By just understanding that we are prone to be lazy when giving a choice, and if you take away our choices by having an action plan and make it that much easier for us to get the work done, if you follow this out, you will see a big difference in your life. Alright? Now remember, take action, stay consistent, make goals happen, and I'll see you later.